Okay, what's up, guys? My name is Khadijah, or as some of you may know me as KB. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. As I was driving home from work today, I really was like, I don't think they know what I do for work. So I figured I'd make this video for you guys. Um, as a lot of you guys know, if you follow me on social media, I'm a Texas real estate agent. Um, I live in Hurston. Shout out Hurston, Texas. I live in Houston, but I can do real estate in Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, and literally anywhere in Texas. But the bread and butter, what pays the bills, is solar. So I'm a solar saleswoman. And I've mentioned it in a couple of my other videos, but I've never really talked about it. So I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to share it with you guys. And if anybody's interested in joining my team, you can do that. We'll talk about that more at the end of the video, though. So let's get into these questions. So number one, what was your life like before you got into solar? So before I got into solar, I had just ended my long-term relationship, and in that relationship, he pretty much controlled all the finances. He literally hated the fact if I ever wanted to work or anything like that, he would get super upset. The fact that I was a real estate agent in a male dominated industry, he hated that. So I literally had no nickels to rub together, but I had to leave the relationship. I don't care how many bills you pay. If you are not nice, you've got to go. So, yeah, mentally, emotionally, financially, I was drained. Your girl, she was going through it. Um but then my friend came knocking on my door, literally knocking on my front door and was like, "You're my money making friend." If you guys don't know, my social media handles are KBgotbandzz, and they're KBgotbandzz for a reason. He's like, "You're my money making friend, and I have this opportunity. It's for solar. We'll be selling solar door to door." And I was skeptical. Solar has such a bad stigma to it. I was researching the company, researching things about solar. I was like, let me see. But at the same time, I didn't have any other options. And real estate's not as easy as people think. People think oh, you just show a house and now it's sold. No, it's a lot of hard work. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. And I did. And now we're here. Two, how did you first hear about solar? What made you say yes? So I just answered that question. And yeah, it says, what caught your attention? What caught my attention was that it's something that I've never done before. Well, let me say this. Let me tell you guys a little backstory about my life a little bit. So my first ever job was as a dietary aide at a nursing home. Then I worked at Menards. And then I worked as a personal assistant for a hair company, Hair by Honey. Shout out Sheena. If you ever watch this video, I love you. So then after that, I was a dancer. And then after dancing, I got my real estate license. And then after that, I worked at AT&T. I worked for a third party company with AT&T, which I will not name. But I did a program that they had. Normally when people are selling AT&T, they're doing it out of a Target or a Costco, and they're selling internet and cell phones. The program that I did was called B2B, which stands for business to business, which is very similar to door sales. So with B2B, we would go to nail salons, barber shops, taco stands, or taco trucks, things of that nature, or gas stations even, and we would sell internet and cell phones. So I kind of already had that sales experience through working as a personal assistant at a hair salon, being a dancer, which people will tell you the dancing is not sales. It literally is. You're literally telling somebody hey, you should spend thousands of dollars on me for my time with you. And it's you got to be skilled to get somebody to do that. So I believe that's a sales job, and with AT&T it's definitely sales. So I liked that it was a new challenge. I liked that it was something that I hadn't, well, I kind of had experience with. And honestly, when I worked at like my previous job, I feel like they never really gave me the opportunity to grow and train and recruit. But this new team, they're like heaven sent. Like they're like Miss Balance. They call me Miss Balance. If you don't know what KB stands for, my name is Khadijah Balance. So they call me Miss Balance. Like that bank account, yes. So, like Miss Balance, you're killing it, you're crushing it. Like, we're gonna give you a trainee, a recruit. And so they're really open to like me growing and they see my value. So I just like that it was a new opportunity. It says, what changed my mind? To be honest, like what changed my mind, I have such strong faith and I just really feel like God is never going to put something in my life that is for nothing. So, my mind was changed. I mean, my mind was changed really when I got my first paycheck. Like, I'm not going to lie, that really solidified that this is real. This is a job and it's worth it. But I was just going out in the field every day, like just pitching solar, pitching solar, pitching solar, hoping and praying my bills would get paid. And hey, you see, I'm still at the crib, so we're good. The lights are still on, so we're good. Um, 3. What were your first few weeks like in the field? Um, so like I said, because I worked at AT&T, I worked there. I think I started working there in like May or June. Wait, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, yeah, May or June. And I'm not gonna lie, that is like the hottest time of the year in Texas. I mean, it's still hot in October when it's my birthday, but it gets really hot, like 90s, 100 degrees, like around those months. And because I did business to business, it like literally like God was preparing me like brick by brick for this business. It's crazy. So my first couple weeks in the field, I didn't have gas in my car. I don't know if I even mentioned that before, but when I broke up with my ex, he would be like, "Oh, like, if we ever break up, I'm gonna, still help you until you get back on your feet."
Nope.
Wrong. This man left me with no gas in my car, no food in my fridge, like thing. So I got up and I got to work. But I would get picked up. So my trainer would come pick me up every morning and like literally drop me in a neighborhood and I would go pitch the neighborhood. And that was just like nonstop, nonstop. And it wasn't super overwhelming for me. Um, Not really. I've been in the elements before. I've kind of done this job before, and I feel like I don't know. I'm kind of built for rejection. Like I feel like I've been rejected my whole life. So like people slamming the door in my face, it's like nothing really new to me and it doesn't really bother me. So it wasn't super hard for me. I mean, I did it in the rain. I did it during Princess Week. Like I don't know. I was ready for it. When was my first little win or I got this moment? My first little win was my first deal. Hello? Like what? The first time you set an appointment and it goes to a deal and it goes to close, like it feels so good. It's like you got this. Like it's like, girl, you got this. Like you knew you could do it and you went out there and you did it and everybody that was a hater can stop talking now because I'm already doing it and there's nothing else that you could say to me. So, yeah, when I got my first deal and I think I got my first deal think I got my first deal like my first week into it. So I was very, very proud of myself. What's been the biggest benefit of working in solar so far? I would honestly say, like, here it says like confidence, freedom, personal growth. I would definitely say personal growth. I feel like because my team leader has given me the opportunity to train and he's always pushing me and holding me accountable, like telling me the things that I can do better, the things that I'm doing great. Like, it's really giving me the opportunity to see and push myself to see how far I'll go. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been on a team or worked with a group of people that have like underlying animosity towards you. They like really don't want to see you doing good. I have. It was like the weirdest environment. Like, it made me really sad because I really did like, some of my teammates, but because the environment, I really just felt like I couldn't grow there. And with this team, like, I don't know. I mean, I've been winning. It's win after win after win, and it just feels good. So, personal growth, the fact that I'm recruiting and training people, and I really haven't even been in the business that long, is just they trust me so much and they're confident in me, which brings me more confidence. Like, it's just amazing. What makes you different as a woman in the industry? How do you show up different than others? What strengths do you bring? So, what makes me different as a woman in the industry? So, this is another industry that's male dominated. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but it is a male dominated industry. I mean, what girl wants to go outside in the heat, knocking doors, messing up their knuckles, their nails, sweating their makeup off? Um, so it is a male dominated industry, but what makes me different as a woman? I'll tell you right now, this is how I went to work. Minus the leggings, I wore jeans today, but I've got my press-ons on, my lashes done, my hair, jewelry, like this is how I went to work. And I show up, I'm myself, my authentic self. That's what makes me different. And I also think that all the jobs that I've had previously also help make me different, because if I would not have gone through half the things that I went through, I wouldn't even know how to show up and talk to people. I wouldn't even know how to show up for myself. So the fact that I had to go through all those things, because when you're working as a entertainer in the entertainment industry, you set your own schedule. If you don't get up to go to work, your bills aren't getting paid. Same thing as a real estate agent, same thing as any commission sales based job. Like, if you don't get up, nobody's setting your alarm clock for you and telling you to get up and get to the bag. Like, what? Also, I think that as a woman, like how I show up differently is women can do so much more different things than men. Like, and I think that's the truth for even romantic relationships. I read this book by Elaine Cardone, Building an Empire, and she talks about the king and the queen and how they have different roles. And they do. There's things that men can do that women can't, and things that women can that men can't. And I think that women bring to business, I think women bring a sense of organization, a sense of calm, a sense of receiving. And as women, we're so powerful, and some of us don't know our own power, because like some men just don't want to see our star shine, but like we really are just as capable, if not more, than men in the industry, and we can do it in heels. I'd be toting around in my little kitten heels all day long, knocking doors, selling solar. And that's also what makes me different. When I wear my heels, it makes me feel like I'm 6 foot tall, and it brings me more confidence. um why do you want to see more women in solar? I just want to see more women in sales. Like, honestly, I feel like sales is so like male driven, and I want to see more women in it, because I think we can dominate. Like, there's so many things that like we're good at, building community and things of that nature, that I think more women should definitely look into sales and think about it as an avenue. It's not just for the finance and tech guys. Like, we literally can do it too. And we look cuter doing it, I think. I'd be wearing dresses and stuff. I don't know. What advice would you give to a girl who's thinking about getting into sales but is scared? I would tell you to just do it scared. Just do it scared. Do anything scared. Because at the end of the day, you are the only person in charge of your life. I never understood why older women, would be like, you just need to make sure that you're good. You always need to make sure that you're good. Even if you have a man that pays for everything, you always need to make sure that you're okay. I never understood that until I was in that position. Until I was in that position where a man who made promises to me that he didn't fulfill literally just was like, peace out, homegirl, like, figure it out on your own. And it's like, okay, yeah, like, I'm the only person in my life who's gonna make sure that I get what I need. I'm the only person in my life who's going to make sure that my dreams come true. So, anything that you do it scared. I mean, I'll tell you this much. Give it 30 to 90 days. That's the rule. 30 to 90 days. And if you don't see results, do something different. And if there's people in your family being like, why would you do solar? They're going to say the same thing if you were working at Sephora. Why are you working at Sephora? Why are you getting a job at McDonald's? Why are you becoming a real estate agent? Why are you posting videos on social media? Aren't you embarrassed? Doesn't that bother you? They're always going to have something to say. But at the end of the day, when you're down bad, you've got no food in your fridge, no gas in your car, no money to pay your bills. Where are they? Are they there helping you pick up the pieces? So, anything that you want to do in life, whether it's solar or being an astronaut or coming up with your own brand, posting on social media, do it scared. Be consistent. Do it consistently. Have the discipline to do it consistently for 90 days and then come back and tell me, what are your results? Is it worth it for you to keep going? Or should you try something new? That's the advice I would give to you. Okay. This is a good question. How can someone get in touch with you if they want to learn more or join your team? So, as you guys know, all my social medias are KBgotbandzz. You guys can definitely hit me up on my social medias. DM me if you're interested in getting solar or you're interested in joining my team. Serious inquiries only, and we will vet you. You will have an interview. I was so excited to share this part of my life with you guys because I needed to get it out. I needed to tell you guys what I've been up to. I know so many people are so like, what is KB up to? So this is what I've been up to. I make sun money now and I love it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you don't already, follow me on all my social network platforms. And since you're already watching this video, you might as well subscribe and turn on my post notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a new video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.